As I stood backstage, preparing for my highly anticipated singing concert at Snoop Dogg, I couldn't help but feel a rush of excitement. The stage lights beamed brightly, and the energy of the crowd buzzed in the air. Little did I know that this night would be far more chilling than any ghost story I'd ever heard. The atmosphere was electrifying as I stepped onto the stage, greeted by thunderous applause and screams of adoration. My heart thumped in sync with the bass, and I started my first song, fully immersed in the music. However, in the midst of the euphoria, I noticed something peculiar. A strange figure in the audience. This person, cloaked in a tattered black hood, stood out among the sea of fans. Their eyes bored into mine, and a sense of unease washed over me. But I shrugged it off as a trick of the light, or perhaps an overly enthusiastic fan. As the concert progressed, the strange figure remained fixed in my line of sight, never wavering, never joining the crowd's ecstatic cheers. With each song, their presence grew more unnerving, and I found it increasingly difficult to focus on my performance. After the show, I decided to unwind in my dressing room, surrounded by the buzz of my entourage and the lingering echoes of the crowd's enthusiasm. However, that eerie feeling persisted, and I couldn't shake off the unsettling gaze of the hooded figure from my mind. I asked my security team to investigate, but they returned with no trace of the mysterious spectator. Maybe it was just a fan playing a prank, they suggested, trying to ease my nerves, but deep down, I knew it was something more than a mere prank. The following night, as I took the stage for another concert, the sense of foreboding returned. The crowd's cheers seemed distant as I kept my eyes peeled for any sign of a hooded figure. Sure enough, they were there, standing in the same spot. Their gaze locked onto me like a predator stalking its prey. Determined to confront this unsettling presence, I deviated from my set list and chose a slow, haunting melody. As the music filled the arena, the hooded figure's eyes widened and they began to sway with the rhythm. The sight was chilling, as if they were entranced by the eerie song. Unable to contain my curiosity any longer, I signaled my security team to escort the figure backstage, but before they could reach them, the figure disappeared into thin air, leaving us all in shock and disbelief. As the concerts continued, the hooded figure's appearances became more frequent and unnerving. No matter how tight the security, they always managed to slip away without a trace. Rumors of a sinister presence spread among my crew, and even the most skeptical members began to believe in the supernatural. One night, as I performed an intimate acoustic set, I felt a cold draft sweep across the stage. The lights flickered, and the crowd gasped as the hooded figure materialized in front of me. Panic spread through the audience, but I couldn't tear my eyes away from this chilling sight. With an ethereal voice, the figure started singing along to my song, matching every note with haunting precision. Their voice was hauntingly beautiful, yet it sent shivers down my spine. The crowd fell silent, mesmerized by the eerie duet taking place before. As the song reached its climax, the figure's haunting voice crescendoed into a bone-chilling scream, causing the entire arena to tremble. The lights flickered violently, and the stage seemed to warp and contort. The crowd's fear was palpable, and even my seasoned crew looked terrified. In a moment of desperation, I sang a heartfelt plea, begging the figure to reveal their true identity and intentions. To my surprise, the hooded figure's form began to dissipate, revealing a ghostly figure of a woman beneath the cloak. Through sorrowful sobs, she revealed her tragic story. She was once a talented singer who had dreamed of performing on the same stage I now stood upon. But her life was cut short when she was murdered by a deranged stalker who was obsessed with her voice. Her soul had remained trapped in the afterlife, haunting the concerts she had never had the chance to perform. I could feel her pain and regret, and it broke my heart to witness her tortured existence. With tears in my eyes, I promised her that I would help her find peace. I organized a special memorial concert in her honor, dedicating the stage to her memory and performing her unfinished songs with heartfelt passion. As the final notes echoed through the arena, the hooded figure smiled for the first time, and a serene light enveloped her ethereal form. With a gentle nod, she vanished into the night, finally free from the torment that had bound her for so long. From that day on, the haunting specter never appeared again. My concerts resumed, but they were no longer filled with fear and unease. Instead, they became a celebration of music, love, and the unbreakable connection between the living and the souls that had transcended to the other side. As I continue to perform and share my music with the world, I'm reminded that sometimes the scariest things are not the ghosts that haunt us, but the pain and regrets we carry in our hearts. And perhaps, through music and compassion, we can find solace and redemption for even the most troubled spirits.